Honda XR500R review, the dirt legend that still humiliates modern bikes? Let's talk about a real legend. Welcome back to Bike Zone Official Reviews. I'm going to start with an opinion that will probably split the comment section in half. The Honda XR500R is one of the most respected motorcycles Honda has ever built. But here's the controversial part. I don't think this bike belongs on modern American highways, and honestly, that's exactly why people still love it. In a world obsessed with ride modes, TFT displays, Bluetooth connectivity, traction control, and electronic suspension, the XR500R reminds us of something America used to appreciate more than technology: raw riding skill. Some riders call it outdated. Others call it one of the greatest off-road motorcycles ever made. So who's right? Today we're finding out whether this legendary machine still deserves respect from American riders in today's riding environment. Why did Honda build the XR500R? Back when the XR500R arrived, America was falling in love with desert racing, Baja adventures, mountain trails, and cross-country exploration. Honda wasn't trying to build another highway touring bike. They weren't trying to compete with heavyweight cruisers. They weren't chasing supersport performance. They wanted one thing: a motorcycle that could survive punishment all day long. And that's exactly what the XR500R became. Even decades later, thousands of these bikes are still running because Honda engineered simplicity instead of unnecessary complexity. That's something many riders miss today. Why American riders still argue about this bike? Here's where opinions become interesting. Some American riders see the XR500R as one of the toughest dirt bikes ever produced. Others jump on one for 5 minutes and immediately complain. No wind protection. No electric start. Too tall. Too much vibration. They're not wrong, but they're judging it by the wrong standards. The XR500R was never meant to replace your touring bike. It wasn't built for Interstate 80. It wasn't designed for commuting through Los Angeles traffic. Its natural habitat is dirt, gravel, sand, mountains, forests, and open desert. Judge it there, and the conversation changes completely. Can it handle American highways? Let's be honest. Could you ride an XR500R on American highways? Yes. Would I recommend buying one specifically for highway travel? Absolutely not. At around 65 miles per hour, the bike feels acceptable. Push toward 70 or 75 mph. And you begin noticing exactly how old school this machine really is. The engine works harder. Wind fatigue becomes real. The narrow seat reminds you that comfort wasn't Honda's highest priority. Modern adventure bikes isolate you from the road. The XR500R connects you directly to everything happening beneath the tires. Some riders love that. Others won't last an hour. Where the XR500R truly comes alive. Leave the pavement. That's where the magic begins. The first time you point this bike toward rocky trails or loose gravel, everything suddenly makes sense. The chassis feels alive. The suspension starts working the way it was designed to. The lightweight nature becomes obvious. Instead of wrestling hundreds of extra pounds like modern adventure motorcycles, you're simply riding. You feel connected. You feel confident. And perhaps most importantly, you feel involved. This motorcycle demands rider input instead of hiding mistakes behind electronics. That's incredibly satisfying if you enjoy developing real riding skills. The engine, simple, honest, and full of character. Today's motorcycles often chase horsepower numbers. The XR500R doesn't care. Its big air-cooled single-cylinder engine produces power differently. There's strong low-end torque, smooth, predictable delivery. No complicated electronics deciding how much throttle you deserve. Twist the grip. The engine responds. That direct mechanical connection is becoming increasingly rare. Sure, it vibrates more than modern singles. Sure, it feels less refined, but it also feels more alive. Sometimes perfection isn't the goal. Character is. Living with the XR500R in America. Here's something many reviews ignore. Owning this motorcycle in the United States is surprisingly practical if you understand what you're buying. Honda parts remain widely available through specialists and enthusiast communities. Aftermarket support is impressive considering the bike's age. Maintenance is refreshingly straightforward. Most routine jobs don't require expensive diagnostic computers or dealership visits. If you're mechanically inclined, the XR500R rewards you. You spend less time staring at warning lights and more time actually riding. That's a refreshing experience. Comfort on longer rides. Now let's address the biggest compromise: comfort. This is not a luxury motorcycle. The seat is narrow. Wind protection is basically non-existent. Long highway rides can become tiring much faster than they would on a modern dual sport or adventure bike. If you're planning a 500-mile road trip across America, there are far better choices. But if your ride involves driving to a trailhead, unloading the bike, and spending the entire day exploring dirt roads and forest trails, comfort suddenly becomes much less of an issue. The environment determines whether this bike feels brilliant or exhausting. Reliability. The Honda reputation exists for a reason. One reason the XR500R still has such a loyal following is reliability. Owners regularly talk about bikes that have survived decades of abuse with basic maintenance. That's remarkable. No motorcycle lasts forever, but Honda built these machines with durability as the priority. Change the oil. Keep the air filter clean. Adjust the valves when needed. Treat it with respect. The XR500R will usually return the favor. That's exactly why so many classic examples are still being ridden today instead of sitting forgotten in garages. How does it compare to American favorites? Now comes the difficult question. Should you choose an XR500R over something like a modern Honda CRF450RL, Kawasaki KLR650, Suzuki DR650, or Yamaha XT series? It depends entirely on your expectations. Modern motorcycles offer better brakes, better suspension technology, more comfort, fuel injection, electric start, advanced electronics. They're objectively easier to live with, but they also remove some of the raw personality that makes the XR500R memorable. The XR500R isn't trying to be the fastest. It isn't trying to be the smartest. It simply wants to be dependable, capable, and fun. Sometimes that's enough. Who should actually buy one? If you're looking for your first motorcycle, I'd probably point you towards something newer and easier to manage. If you spend most weekends on interstate highways, this isn't your bike. If technology is important to you, you'll probably feel disappointed. But if you appreciate classic engineering, if you enjoy wrenching on your own motorcycles, if your weekends involve dirt roads, mountain trails, and off-road adventures, if you believe riding should be about skill instead of electronic assistance, the XR500R still makes an incredibly strong argument. The pros. The biggest strengths are easy to appreciate. Legendary Honda reliability, strong low-end torque, excellent off-road capability, simple maintenance, huge aftermarket support, classic styling that never goes out of fashion, lightweight feel compared with many larger adventure motorcycles. And perhaps the biggest advantage of all, it delivers a riding experience that's becoming harder and harder to find in today's highly computerized motorcycle world. The cons. Of course, it's far from perfect. Highway comfort is limited. The seat isn't ideal for long-distance touring. There's no wind protection. The kickstart procedure can intimidate new riders. Technology lovers will find almost nothing here. And because it's a classic motorcycle, finding a clean, well-maintained example takes patience. Those aren't deal breakers. They're simply realities every buyer should understand. Final verdict. So where do I stand? I believe the Honda XR500R deserves its legendary reputation. Not because it's perfect, not because it's faster than modern motorcycles, and certainly not because it's more comfortable. It deserves respect because it still accomplishes exactly what Honda designed it to do decades ago. It reminds us that motorcycles don't need endless technology to create unforgettable riding experiences. In today's American motorcycle market, that's a rare quality. If your heart belongs to authentic off-road riding, this old Honda still has plenty to teach modern machines. Otro. That's my take on the legendary Honda XR500R. Now I want to hear from you. If you had the choice today, would you pick this classic Honda over a modern Honda CRF450RL, Suzuki DR650, or Kawasaki KLR650? Has the XR500R earned its legendary reputation, or has nostalgia made people remember it as better than it really was? Drop your opinion in the comments. If you enjoyed this review, make sure to like the video, subscribe to Bike Zone Official, and turn on notifications because we've got more honest motorcycle reviews coming your way. Until next time, ride safe, ride smart, and I'll see you in the next review.